Hello everyone and welcome back to the One Stop Co-op Shop. We are starting round 5 of the Big Book of Madness. And I believe we are on the red guy here to start with. So our poor red guy has lost a bunch of spells. He only has 3 available to him. So first thing that we're going to do, move this to 1. And so I have 3 air, not very useful. However, what I can do with this air is I'm actually going to use my telepathy and use the 2 air. So now one other player takes 2 actions. And you'll see why I did that in just a second. So we come over to blue. And what I was thinking isn't going to work. I really need to pay attention to that a little bit more. So I was going to use green to have him grow and draw more cards. Hopefully so he could do something more useful. However, his green draw 1 card has been used because he used it last round. So instead, I'm going to come back here and undo that. Oh, yes. Now I'll put this back. And I did not use telepathy. I think the first thing I'm going to do is discard a madness to draw another card. Let's see. Another air. Okay, let's see. What can I do? Give 1 card from your hand or from the support pool to another player's hand. Give 1 card. Ooh. Okay. So I think the first thing I'm going to do is pay 2 air to purchase breath. Breath only costs 1 air card. And what I can do with it is actually give a card from my hand to my fellow player over there. And what I think I'm going to do is actually do this and use 2. So I activate breath, and I can now give 2 cards from your hand or from the support pool to another player's hand. And I'm going to grab the blue and the white, because don't forget, the air for him, 1 air can be used as any element. I mean, how great is that? So I'm going to do that, and then other than that, I am just going to draw my cards up to 6, because there's not much else I can do. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. So that's the end of red's turn. So now we go to blue, concentration phase. So we'll get rid of this and then move this right along. Each player receives 1 madness on the top of their deck. So we are just getting slaughtered with madness. Now we still have a bunch of madness left here, at least 8. So we're doing okay that way, but our decks, I haven't been buying a lot of element cards, which, probably should have been. And so because of that, the amount of madness that are in our decks, well, there's just a lot of them. So what I have now is lots of options for blue over here. Since I have this 1 air, I can use it as any element type, or I could do 1 air, 1 blue, 1 red, and 1 green, and cure that next one, which I think is what I'm going to do. 1, 2, 3, 4. So use these 4, and that lets me cure this multi-color. And then I think I'm going to grab a 2-spotter of earth and put that into my discard pile, like so. Then, so what I could do is take these 2 and just use them up to heal both of these. That might be the smart idea. I'm not being smart. I'm hoping I can draw 4 blue value with my 2 green. So I just use my 2 green, I get to draw 2 cards. No, I know I'm not. One of these is a madness card. I know that. So let's see. I'm going to have to draw it next. I'm going to do it. I'm going to play that. I'll draw another madness. And then what's the next card? Another 2-spotter of green. So basically, all I did was add another madness into my deck, or into my hand. And I think because he'll be able to take care of red, And then hopefully I can draw some blue. I'm going to use both of these 2s to heal both of these madness. Place both of these over here. And then I'm going to draw back up to 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Come on, a 2 blue. Oh, 4 green. I can actually take care of green next round. Ooh. Okay. This is going to be interesting. Got some ideas. All right, so first, red. Clear this. We have our breath again. We go here, and each of us receive a madness in our discard pile. He's going to discard a madness to draw a card, which was a madness. I should have known that. Oh, he was going to use green to grow, but remember, he had to get rid of that spell. Oh, that's a bummer. Okay. Heal up to 2 madness. I think it's better to get rid of the curse. So I'm going to use the 2 2s of fire to get rid of this one. And that means I can get a 2-spotter, and I'm going to get a 2-spotter of air. And then I've got 1 of each of these. 1 fire, I can't do anything. So I'm going to draw back up, grab another madness, because, you know, I think we need some more madness, don't you? I think that we might not be beating this one either. You know, we were doing great when we didn't have a curse every round. When we had that, when we had at least 1 open area, it was helping us. But now we're starting to get our butts whooped. So now we go to here, 4. Fortunately, neither of us have air in our hand, so that was the bad thing that was going to happen, is we have to discard 1 air. But we don't have an air in our hand, so it's actually not the end of the world. And I think I am going to do these 2 to cure this green. That way I can get another 2-spotter of water in my deck. And then, let's see. I'm going to use 2 water, excuse me. One other player draws 1 card and places 1 card from their hand as support. Yeah, I'm going to do this just to see if we can get something good with blue over here. So I'm using this spell, the Ice Touch. So he gets to draw 1 card and then place any 1 card into support. And it's another madness. And so to be honest, he is going to use up one of his support areas to put a madness there. Just to kind of help him so he doesn't draw a full hand of madness cards. So that didn't work. I think what we'll end with for blue, since all we have is madness in our hand, is to draw back up to 6. 2, 3, 4. Oh my gosh. Look at that. Okay. So, darn. We're close, but what we'll do, we'll come back over to red. Red will move this over 1. We have 1 more turn. Well, first thing, discard this madness to draw 1 card. And guess what? It's a madness. Heal up to 2 madness from your discard pile or support. I'm going to use these 2, red, to heal these 2 madness. And that's all I can do. I was hoping to give him a turn to be able to clear out that blue, but maybe this isn't as bad because he can clear out the next blue, because we're not going to beat this monster. So then we'll put our hands up to 6, and unfortunately I drew an air. That is such a bummer, and you'll see why in a second. So we come back to blue's turn. Blue will move this here, clean this up, and we did not defeat this monster, so we have all players discard all air cards from their hand or support pool. So it doesn't affect blue, but guess what? Red had to pick up his 2 air, so we're going to have to discard this. And if you look at his hand's going to be totally useless next round. I mean, 100% useless. So we will go on to round 6, and our final round 6, this bad monster says destroy all cards in the support pool. Well, we don't have any in the support pool, so it actually wasn't terrible. However, there's one other thing we have to do, and that's because this is the final monster. So this monster we have to beat. And it says right at the beginning there, each player places 1 madness on top of their deck when this monster arrives. And if we defeat him, we win the game, and if we don't, we lose the game. So, we will each be grabbing a madness and placing it on top of our deck. 1, 2. Okay, then we'll move this right along. We'll get rid of these. And what we have for this one is 2 multicolored. Then a blue, a green, and a red. And what we have for our bad cards, oh boy. 1, 2, 3, 4. We only have 5 madness left in here, okay? And our first card that's popping up here says, destroy 4 madness from the madness stack. So destroy. These would go over to here. That's terrible. Then the next one, each player discards all cards from their support. Then each player places the top 2 cards from their deck in their discard pile. Each player discards 1 water card, and each player discards 1 value 2 card of their choice. So those are our 5 curses. Now we have to defeat these. If we do not, we lose the game, which I'm thinking is going to happen. But I will leave you in suspense until the last round. So we'll do round 6 shortly. But thank you again, as always, for watching. Talk to you later. Bye.